Take it away, P-Flax. This is your one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hello. Welcome to the mailbag.
hello
there.
Hello.
Oh, it's you. Goodness. I wasn't ready.
You caught him off guard. He was not ready.
Did. Yeah, it's another mailbag episode. Thank goodness.
Wow, you sound so fucking excited for it.
God,
I
we're
woke
so
up 20 minutes
excited.
ago. Fuck, I've got emails. Though. Yeah.
Well, don't worry. You can have a little nap. Me and Sips will carry it for a bit.
Well, all right. I can forward you the emails and you can read them.
If he's allowed to have a sleep in, I should be too. I can go back to bed.
Did you hear they did their word of the year or whatever?
Yeah, I know what it is.
What is it?
Cunt.
It's no, even better. It's 6-7.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
what
no, I don't think it is. Is it?
It is. Yeah, it was. It was the dictionary's word of the year.
I thought it was Henry or whatever. High earner, not rich yet. Have you heard this term?
No, I haven't actually.
The idea, there's a subreddit called r/Henry, and it's all caps. And basically, the idea is that it's for I think it's something like that. Anyway, I can't remember.
High earner,
not actually Henry.
No relationship yet. Is that?
Yeah, God. Let's do the mailbag.
All right. Here's one from Charlie, all right? This is how long we've been doing this podcast. It feels like it transcends time. Charlie said, I listened to the podcast while sleeping, which is why he's emailed us at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Right.
Recently, I've caught up and looped back around. In episode 7, that's Zen for you, baby. May 2016, Lewis made a comment that he greatly enjoys the once-a-week episodic nature of Game of Thrones versus the instant gratification of Netflix binging.
Okay.
I know that in more recent episodes, he seemed to now have great disdain for weekly releases and prefers the brain mulching. I understand it's 10 years ago, and now he's a jaded, so things may have changed, but thought it was interesting how his perspective differs. So what's the deal?
It was a different time. And I think still I quite enjoy, I think certain content needs to be broken up and delayed, right? And it's better to have it more gradually. Whereas other stuff I just want to, I don't know. Yeah, do you know what? I have changed. Maybe I've changed. Maybe I prefer.
You're allowed to, by the way.
Mulched.
That people do. I think it's good that people change. Like you wouldn't want to stay the same all the time. You're an ever evolving person who's changing their ideas.
In an ever changing Lulu in which we live in.
If you look through
his mind,
if you look through 10 years of podcasts,
I'm sure
I've contradicted myself. As probably we all have many times.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course we have. We're human beings who are.
I'm allowed to do that. And
in the last 10 years, I think it'd be crazy if you didn't change your mind on a couple of things and do things differently.
10 years ago,
of course you're going to change.
10 years ago, I would have considered myself a feminist, but now I fucking hate bitches. I hate bitches.
He hates bitches. He said it as well.
It's the new generation that are all conservative that are doing this to you, P-Flax. You're just down with the kids if you hate bitches. That's what I'm saying.
I jest, ladies. I'm only joking.
I love you all.
We've got some songs here. By the way, here's one thing that the ladies could do. That all the fellas are doing this. Ladies. So-called vagina havers. What did it say? Gaping vagina havers. Where are your songs? I only get lads sending me songs that they've written for the mailbag. I've got 3 here as an example. Bran, Adam, and Jonah. Where's Tina? Where's Lucy? Where's
Monica?
Where's Sharonda? Where are the songs? Get your songs in. Here's Brands. Were you guys ready to play this one?
Yeah, sure.
As ready as I'll ever be. Hang on a second. Yeah.
Okay, play it in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, it's the mailbag.
Wow.
Oh, love it. 10 seconds of.
Do you know? I think
wonder.
that's perfect. I like stuff like that. It's like a little zinger.
I'm just going to play it again because I just.
All right, you're going to play it again.
much.
I'll play it again as well. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, it's the mailbag.
Oh,
it's the mailbag.
Oh, it's a mailbag.
I love that.
Yeah, okay.
I like a song that it starts off with just bap, 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 and then all the instruments are like straight into the chorus. Love that, Brian. Fantastic. This is from Adam.
It's got such a cowboy energy to it.
It does.
It does have a cowboy
This also has a country energy.
to it.
I don't know what's happening this week. energy is country. All right, are you ready? This is Adam's song. This is fantastic. 3, 2, 1, play.
My podcast made a podcast about your podcast and they don't like it too much. Anyway, I don't have a podcast. This ain't my voice. If you have a tiny penis or even a gaping vagina, are you sure, Sonny? Look down, 'cause I think that you'll find something similar to mine. 'Cause you're listening to the Triforce Mailbag. Thank you very much.
So it sounds like Bob Dylan.
It is very Dylan.
Has done a cameo for us. It was very Dylan-esque.
It starts with a little low volume muttering.
Yeah.
And then a little plinky guitar. It does sound like he's like on a stage in the middle of a big room, and they're all quiet around and they've got
their
like
ear.
I love songs that start with like not music, you know, like you'll hear like a clinking of like glass, or like it sounds like a busy room, but it's not that loud, and then it'll launch into like an energetic.
You feel like
song.
you're there. It's teleportative.
Whoever invented that
a
is a genius.
I invented it.
It really pumps you up big time.
I'm going to show
You're
these
welcome.
to Sparkles, because we're working on some music at the moment for Yog Labs and stuff.
Right.
Look, I'm not kidding. I'm an excellent songwriter. Get me in. I wrote Mums in Space, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I can't
that's a
believe
hit.
I've been doing a podcast with the guy who wrote Mums in Space
Thank
this
you.
whole time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Let's
You're
do
welcome.
When you're down,
I'll
P-Flex,
write you
we'll
a
jam.
fucking
We'll get a
song.
jam session.
Yeah, I'll write you a fucking song. No
He's going to
problem.
write you a fucking song.
I'll bring the toast. You
Better
do
use
jam.
it.
Exactly. All right, this is from Jonah. Are you ready for this? I haven't pre-listened to this one. I
Right.
listened to the other two. I haven't pre-listened to this one. Wanted to surprise myself.
If it's just noise, I'm going to be
We'll
furious.
be upset. Jonah, don't let us down. 3, 2, 1, play.
I'm not disappointed. I love that. Oh my God, you don't hear banjo players much anymore, you know?
Yeah, this guy and Steve Martin. That's basically it.
That's
I have a
basically
tiny
it.
penis. Do you reckon he's played that himself, Jonah? Because that, if he
Sounds
has,
like
Yes,
it.
of
Yeah.
course he's. Yeah, of
He's
course he
had
has.
to have, yeah.
Yeah. You can tell because his voice isn't close to his phone or whatever he's recorded it on.
Yeah.
So
and
he's
then
had
he
to
did
set
the
up
little
his
bit at the
banjo,
end.
set
I
up
have
a
a tiny penis.
Ding, 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 bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
This
that-
guy.
all of these, they've got a
I
real
know.
theme to them.
These have
I
all been
know.
really good ones, yeah.
I reckon if we got these three lads in a band, we'd have a fucking band, and it would
Yeah.
be a
Yeah.
banger.
It'd be like Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah, it would be the revival.
They'd be reviving the previously revived. Incredible.
Oh,
So,
Triforce.
Mailbag.
Triforce Crapwater Revival.
The Triforce Crapwater Revival. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crapwater.
All right, this is from Alex. This may seem a little egotistical, but I wanted to read this out because I thought it was quite a sweet email, and I actually remember when this happened. Just wanted to share a story that's been stuck in my head for a few years. Back in 2018, my wife and I were on our honeymoon on the Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas, the biggest ship in the world at the time.
Right.
And who do I spot wandering around the deck but Pyrian flags?
Nice.
As a Triforce listener since day one, I had to say hello, so I nervously walked up and blurted out, "I have a tiny penis," and probably terrified my new wife in the process. Ted was polite and we spoke briefly, but I was far too starstruck to say much more. Months later, Ted mentioned on the podcast he'd been on the cruise and confirmed that it really had been him. So yes, Alex, that was me. I do actually remember that quite well, and I had two feelings. First of all, it was very weird that there happened to be a Triforce fan on the same boat as me.
Yeah.
I thought that was unusual. But also, I realized that I was now trapped at sea with a Triforce fan.
So
Which was
everywhere
quite
you
a scary
went, you would
moment.
like go for a jog. Oh, hey, you again. Oh, no. Like, did you just bump into him like repeatedly?
Yeah,
And
Exactly. I'm checking under the bed every time I came in the room in case he was waiting
Oh,
there.
hey,
you know,
Alex. Good to see you under there. What are you doing in my room again?
You die tonight. Yes, thank you. You say that every night.
Ah, man.
No, I get it, but I also think that in a sense that's why you're on a cruise, to make new friends, right?
I think that's why people do cruise. Older people definitely. That's why they cruise. They want to meet new people.
I don't think
Listen,
that's
in
it.
a sense, is it worse to make friends with someone, a complete stranger, or someone who already knows you, right? And the relationship is obviously very one-sided because you don't know them at all. But is that better or worse? Because he's going to kind of like be nice to you because he's a fan or whatever.
So here's
or
the
listener.
thing: making new friends is.
You don't want to make friends
Who's got time for
listeners.
that?
You don't think any listeners would be your friend?
No, I don't think so.
I've made a few friends from listeners.
No, but I'm saying I don't think anyone would be my friend.
I think that's fine. I think it's a bit different when you've got like. I feel like I know we've said this before, but I feel like when you're married and you have kids, you're less inclined to seek out new friendships and stuff because you've got enough going on already. You know.
I mean, I think you know what I mean. It's
okay, I think about this from time to time because I remember meeting certain YouTubers and being incredibly awkward or like I'm a fan. Like I think I met Brian Kibler once and. I was so awkward. Brian Kibler. Nice man.
The Magic the
man,
Gathering Hearthstone guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's I think he's a bit sick of Hearthstone, to be honest. You can tell. I think he's losing the will to live playing the new Hearthstone expansion.
You'd have to be sick of it. It's been out for so long, it's just
But
it's tough.
I always sort of, every time I see and he and a few others that I've met him over time and just been a little bit awkward around, I've not cultivated a friendship with them. But other people have done it very well and have become our friends, such as like The Longest Johns and the No Rolls Barred guys, or like Spiff, or going back further like UP Flax. I think our interactions when we first met were not, I wasn't like, oh, I'm a huge fan of your Dota animations, P-Flex. Could I hang out with you? Can I be your friend? Do you want to do a podcast with me?
You didn't say that, did you?
That's exactly what he said. Don't you remember the first time you guys ever met?
I remember. I remember.
But I think that there's basically, are you saying that this fan that you met on the cruise gave a bad impression?
No. I'm saying no. He was
didn't
lovely.
want to hang out with him any further.
No. I think that was all joke.
That was not the case. He was he
wearing
we invented a joking scenario around
shirt?
an
was
interaction.
Was he not the kind of guy you'd want to be seen?
I don't think Lewis gets it.
No, I didn't say any of this. I don't think you understand what's
happening. I don't think you
understand. I'm only joking. I think it's because you were on holiday with your family on a cruise, and that's like, you
it didn't even enter my mind. It was just a joke.
Yeah, I had
no problem meeting the guy at all.
But I think from my point of view, though, there are like two
there's
worlds.
No point of view. There's no two worlds at all. It was just a joke. I met a fan on the ship, and I was like, "Hey, it's lovely to meet you." That was it. There was no further thought about it.
And then he gets pushed overboard.
We just created this like a Seinfeld situation out of it because it would have been funny. But like I get
I'm
it.
the
Flax
same though.
Met somebody, said hi, how are you doing? Nice to meet you, and that was
end of.
It's like when I'm, I went for dinner with my parents, and I'm stood around, and it's like,
was it at a Chinese restaurant? Did you spend the whole night? Did you spend the whole night waiting for a table?
If a fan approaches me in that situation, which has happened, it's much more difficult to because it's like my world is being, I was like, oh no, not now. Do you know what I mean? But other times when, if I'm at like at the Windrose gig or whatever, and I get recognized, I'll be like, oh, lovely to meet you. Do you know what I mean?
Did the lead singer of Windrose recognize you? We got a special guest here in the house tonight. It's Lewis. Did that happen?
Well, because Sparkles went up and sang Diggy Hole on stage.
Oh, I saw a clip of that.
Incredible. Yeah. Did I tell you we have to talk about this at all going down?
Talk about what?
But going to Windrose?
No.
On the podcast?
Yeah, no. I saw a clip of Sparkles on the stage singing.
I think I talked about it.
No, you didn't.
The one thing I remember, and the one thing I will take away from it is that you go to any other gig, right?
Yeah.
And everyone is very delineated, whereas at a metal gig, everyone looks the same, right? The manager is wearing the same clothes as the audience, is wearing the same clothes as the band.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone is like, you can't tell. You meet a guy.
Lifestyle. It's a
and
lifestyle.
You're like, is this, because they all wear like this, it's like a uniform. It's like metal t-shirt with some unreadable text, long hair, you know. I don't know, there's a vibe. And I think, you know, obviously going to like a Justin Bieber gig or whatever, every group is very different and identifiable.
Hey, speaking of gigs, I am going to see the Wu-Tang Clan in March, the Final Chamber tour. They're going to be in London. Me and
Are they going to
Ramsey
open the final chamber finally?
They're finally opening the Final Chamber. Yeah, I think this is their
they got the strength for
this
it.
This is their farewell tour. Yeah,
it's quite heavy.
Put their back out
once in a lifetime. Yeah, young dirty bastard isn't even young anymore. He's like he's
just dirty bastard.
He's become old. Yeah, so it's
that's not a great nickname, is it?
Well, it's I mean he's got to follow in his
middle-aged dirty bastard.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's old dirty bastard now would be even older if he wasn't gone. But
that's true.
We're excited. It'll be fun. I don't know who's opening for them or anything, but it's at the O2. We're going to see them at the O2 Arena, which is, of course, the Millennium Dome.
We did talk about this.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
Yeah. So
this is from Noah. Over the last few podcasts, Lewis has mentioned the term friend slop.
Oh
yeah, friend slop. Yeah. We've been talking about friend slop a lot recently.
I'm up on the modern words.
There's lots of friend slop
the 6-7 and the Riz and the
like Peak, Repo, and Lethal Company. Some examples. And this RV, where RV going?
Peak
that one
and RV there yet probably are the standout friend slop games.
Yeah,
Whereas I think Peak you can play solo. Whereas RV there yet would be tedious as hell playing solo.
So they kind of are only playable really with a couple of funny friends. Yeah. Apparently they're only fun if you have funny friends. That's the rules for it.
Yeah, right. So let's let Noah finish his thought here. I feel like this term must have been coined by some marketing executive at a AAA game publisher who was salty that their $400 million game didn't sell as well as these friend slop games made by 1 to 3 people in their spare time. Don't let the man brainwash you into thinking these games are anything less than great. Yogscast Games published Plate Up, and I feel like that falls safely into the friend slop category. Doesn't mean it isn't a great game. So first of all, I would say that Plate Up is a fantastic game. I wouldn't call it friend slop because I think it's too well made.
Yeah,
I think some of these friend slop games are literally quite shabbily made, and that's kind of the jank is part of the fun. Like Lethal Company was extremely janky and felt. I think it was one guy that made it. Right, it really did feel. Yeah. Like it was just boshed together, which I love.
Same thing with Phasmophobia, the OG, right?
Phasmophobia was like jank heaven, but hilarious. That's a great.
And I think we are on to season 2 of these games. Peak isn't made by like a small team. Aggro Crab made a really successful game, Another Crab's Treasure, which is very highly reviewed. It was in Jingle Jam. They're great guys. Landfall's a big company. You know, they published Tabs and tons of other huge games. So. You know, this isn't one guy trip.
Indeed.
Peak knew what they were doing to make this, and it's a very conscious decision to stylize these characters
it's very polished as well.
in this way.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Peak
looking
does feel
at
polished, you
know, talking to other people, you know, like Boba and stuff, you know, Boba's saying to me,
she is a person.
You want to make a game, you should make a game that looks like Peak. You should make a game that looks like Lethal Company or Repo, because, you know, that stylized, silly character, multiplayer, you know, everyone doing dumb things, laughable, clippable moments. It gets picked up on by the AAAs, and you see it. Like, I mean, Arc Raiders, which you guys have been playing this week, is the evolution of the Tarkov, which isn't on Steam.
None of these games look janky at all, though. Tarkov and Arc Raiders look phenomenal.
But they're the polished versions of sort of Escape.
It's almost like a genre, I think. Like all of these games, and I would say games with friends, like casual friend games, like you referred to them as slop, which seems unfair.
I know it does seem unfair. I agree,
it seems unfair, but I don't mind the term to describe a type of game. Like if somebody says friend slop, I know exactly what games they're talking about. And I don't mind that. I don't think it takes anything away from those games. I play a lot of them and enjoy them. I think they're fun.
I think they were hoping that AI slop would be a kind of term that would catch on and be negative, but it feels like everyone. I just read the thing on. I know Arc Raiders is a huge thing, but I read the AI description of it today on Steam, and it's so cleverly worded. Let me read this to you. It says, during the development process, we may use procedural and AI-based tools. So it's not just AI, but it's procedural tools to assist with content creation. In all cases, The final product reflects the creativity and expression of our own development team.
Wow.
So that basically means we have used AI as much or as little as we liked, and there you go. But we've spun it in a way that's like,
our team was on board for using it. We haven't replaced people. We're using the tools creatively.
Our team is still creative, and we've used them. You know what I mean? And that is just like a very clever little way that you're going to see on every game from now on.
Apparently, a lot of the voice lines Flax, I know, because I say this to Flax because I know Flax plays it because I played it with him. A lot of the voice lines around, when you ping an item, you say like,
I have an egg.
Yeah.
I got some moss.
Got a prickly pear.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is AI generated, apparently.
Yeah,
well, you could understand why.
And they probably use a lot of
much
procedural tools, because it just means now in the life cycle of the game, if they're adding more and more items, because there's a new map coming out this month, actually. And there might be new areas with new types of loot or whatever. So that means that they can just sort of plug it in and just say, generate voices for all of these new items. They don't have to get back into the studio. They don't have to get the recording booth.
But that is also true for anything that uses AI for voice.
Yeah,
and it is just basically putting voice actors out of work.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's a great thing.
Well, listen, I know. But that's just as an example, though, right? There's a game that came out called Mimesis.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard of this.
Mimosas. And you remember Lethal Company, there was a mod that recorded you and played you back to other players, like when you got zombified and stuff. So you'd be like, hello, and it would record you. And it was notorious when it came out because it was saving all of those WAV files of you shouting and stuff onto your own hard drive. And so people were having like hundreds of gigs of their own recording blocking up their hard drive. It was very funny and unoptimized, but that's what you get with mods. But that mod, obviously, and the Lethal Company and the Friends sort of vibe was turned into this horror sort of mimesis game that, again, but it uses AI to record you and copy your voice and your behavior and the way you speak and then play it back. And that kind of use of AI is more interesting, I think, than than just replacing people, right?
Yeah, I think I'm not up for just replacing people just because it's like, we can save a couple of nickels on the production costs, and I don't like that at all. But I mean, if you're using these tools like cleverly, where it doesn't actually impact people, I don't mind that. Like I don't really have a problem with that.
I agree. My only concern, if I may, is that if a game is good or we like a product, we make excuses for its use of AI that we wouldn't if it was shit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
That would just be another thing to complain about.
Right.
And the other thing is this relies on the goodness of people, right? Like,
I've always relied on the goodness of people.
It's like the old idea of the nobility having a responsibility to look after their people in their village or whatever. The king, he had an equal level of responsibility to, he was given all these privileges, but he had a duty, and of course that only goes so far, because you could just have a bad king or a king who decides to do nothing. It does come down on the morals of that person. Now it goes for everything on this kind of thing, right? You've got a guy who's making a game and he's like, well, I'm going to prototype all of my stuff with AI and I'll replace it later once the game's successful. Of course, you don't have to, right? It's not like these guys, when they make their million, it's like the high earner, not rich yet. What is rich, right, for you? And what is enough for you?
$1 trillion.
I see this a lot when I reach out for Jingle Jam, right? Like a game that's had no success sometimes is willing to just get in Jingle Jam to try and get their game played by people because that's what they want. But as soon as they cross this sort of imaginary threshold in their mind where the game's suddenly a source of, their living, they're like, well, this game's now making enough to pay for me to do this amount, so I can't risk it anymore. And then as soon as it's made a certain amount, they're like, well, this game's made a certain amount, now it can make more, right? That like it's worth so much. And then, you get more people involved, you get like other people involved with the investment and things like this. And it changes the dynamic, right? And I think it changes people's mindsets. This idea of this whole high earner, not rich yet, it's entirely sometimes nothing is enough, right? For people, sometimes you'll never consider yourself rich. I think it's very hard to do that. Like I think I've referred to myself as rich previously because I think I probably am. I've basically spent everything I've got on this big new house that I'm going to move to.
Did you actually? What are you going to do for food?
Well, I'm still earning. I'm still doing the Oscars. What am I going to do for food? It's like a 5-bed.
But there's only one of you. That's crazy. He's one person. He needs a 5-bedroom house. This is how the other side lives. He's got one limb in each bedroom. He's got his foot in one room, his other foot in another room.
Just me.
What the fuck are you going to do
with 5 bedrooms?
Like Stretch Armstrong. Just sleeping in 5 bedrooms.
You're gonna go. You starting your own like cult or something?
Cult.
Yeah.
You're gonna
live with you.
He's turning all Jared Leto. I can imagine you having a Jared Leto.
He's going all David Koresh. He's gonna be.
It's time.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna fucking
time.
the siege
like him
of
a little bit
Lulu's
too.
house.
I'm gonna get like one of the rooms converted to be a sacrificial chamber.
Right.
I'm down. Let's go.
Get like a big
what kind of things
on
are
the
you going to
ground
sacrifice in there?
in salt and stuff. Get some rooms.
Sacrifice.
I mean, some of the bedrooms are a little small, so it's going to be quite a boxy sacrificial chamber.
You got a box.
You
You got a box room or two in there thrown into.
You got a basement?
No basement. No.
You could have done a bit of a fritzel there.
I was just gonna say you could have done a fritzel. Just more poor taste. References that we can come up with.
God.
We've mentioned David Koresh. When are we going to mention? You could do a Jeffrey Dahmer in your basement. How about that?
I guess like
you could keep jars of men's penises down there.
I've been trying to make this game, and I've been really resisting using AI art for it. I was making a board game, and I started using AI art, and I just felt so bad that it actually like sucked all of the energy out of the project for me, and I kind of gave up on it. And I've this time the project I'm making, I've only bought assets from the Unity store, Unity Asset Store. I think I've spent. Honestly, like I spent fuck all. Do you know what I mean? I spent like £100 on assets, but I bought so much random shit off like people, and it feels like at least then I'm giving back. But I think
that could have been a secondhand futon in one of your 5 new bedrooms. But no, now it's just assets from the asset store.
Well, but I've even started noticing on the Unity Asset Store that like there's some of these things are made by AI. People are just making fucking stuff on AI and selling it as if it's theirs, and it's getting it's not great. And so I don't know. I feel like it's a bit of a pit trap around every corner at the moment. And it's a wild west. It's a wild west.
Let's read some emails.
It's always a wild west.
I think I've read
something new comes out.
That's all right.
It's all good. That out of my
remember when YouTube
system
was like, it still is kind of, but like remember like early YouTube, like when we were getting started and stuff, it was really the Wild West. Remember the reply girls and everything? It was like the Wild West.
Triforce Podcast, Mess Vagina.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness.
just watched Blue Zephyr's new video about I'm not sure. My melons are out though. Admire my melons.
Reply girls.
Yeah.
Good time.
Oh God, she was crazy, man.
I think she was trapped in a Fritzl style basement.
I think she might have been. One bedroom of a 5-bedroom
replies.
house.
Do more replies.
We should be more responsible about how we we should have rescued her, I think.
Yeah, could have. Yeah, just done
She's dead now.
Is she actually?
No, I don't know.
What a terrible thing to say. You're awful something. God damn, Lulu. All right.
She might be, though. We don't know.
Brett says, you guys briefly spoke about Paul Rubens' tragic passing. That's Pee Wee Herman.
Yes.
One thing that I think needs to be corrected is the matter of him cranking his hog in a movie theater.
Yeah.
There is more to the story, and the way it is usually told is an effort to besmirch him.
Yes.
He was not caught in an everyday movie theater. He was caught in an adult theater.
Yeah, of course he was.
AKA a place where cranking it might be a bit more acceptable.
Yeah.
And also, you go in there with other hog crankers looking to crank each other's hogs, perhaps.
But,
and he was caught by undercover cops.
This happened in the 90s. He's also caught in Florida, which I don't think...
it's like satanic panic and homophobia and all stuff.
I don't think they want to accept that potentially there is a place where gay men can gather and
just on
jerk
down
each
the
other
road.
off or whatever.
We're cranking hogs.
Yeah.
We're sucking off our toes.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot.
Come sit next to me and we'll watch a film. But don't get too close. It might be a cop and then we'll go to jail.
There's more. There's definitely more to that story than
I'm cranking Pee Wee. I'm cranking his knob.
Oh dear.
Sorry, I reckon we could develop that. Yeah. God, if you're listening,
and I'm
Bran
hoping
or
he
Adam,
comes inside my butt.
Jonah,
Does anyone recognize that tune?
Yeah, it's The Littlest Hobo.
It is The Littlest Hobo.
I love The Littlest Hobo.
It was about a dog that just traveled around and
Well, was that it?
Down the road.
That was the
where
tune.
I'll always be.
Every step
I take, I make a new friend.
Yeah, what
and
a
then I
banger.
go back down the road and I'm home again. Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow
It's a
I
great
want to
song.
settle down.
It's a great
Maybe
song.
tomorrow I'll just keep moving on.
I like the pornographic remix that you did as well. I think
I thought
it worked.
Had legs.
Nice.
I think
See,
it
I
had
told
legs.
you, I'm a
Who needs
songwriter. Natural
AI when you
songwriter
can
right there.
when you've got the gold right here?
You got
Exactly.
gold. Yeah, just letting it slip through your fingers,
Yeah,
everybody.
that's
Come on.
it, yeah.
All right, so Truro City versus Gateshead. Just listening to the latest mailbag. Yes, the leagues below the National League, the 5th tier, become regionalised with the National League North and South, which is something that I said they get North and South. But Truro City of Cornwall were promoted from the NLS to the National League last season and have already played the longest ever trip in English football when they took on Gateshead the other week. So you had to go from Truro up to Gateshead near Newcastle. So although
That's
they are
absolutely fucking miles, by the way.
yeah, it's like hundreds of miles. That's a long way for a football match. So yeah, pretty crazy. And I'd said it's not like you've got a team in Truro playing a team in Carlisle. And then literally that happened this season. So
Okay.
had a few emails about that. Thank you for all of them.
That's
Also had
interesting.
someone explaining we were talking about metal 3D printing. Do you remember we mentioned this?
Metal
on a previous
3D
week?
Oh
printing.
yeah, I met someone who does it for the French military or something.
Right, so 3D printing stuff, because most 3D printing is like plastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You just
Yeah.
put in the stuff and it heats it up and then puts it in there.
Yeah, it's like a filament.
So this
it
it
starts
does the same
it's on
thing.
a spool and it melts it.
Right. It
Yeah.
spools it in, and then it does the same thing with metal. The process is called. This is from Devon, by the way. It's called direct metal laser sintering. Sintering, which is not
Right.
a
Oh, I
term
love
I've heard
that.
before. Yeah, involves microscopic titanium particles, so small that we have to wear full respiratory equipment to stop ourselves from breathing in the particles and shredding our lungs. The metal powder is laid out in a print bed, layer by layer, while a high-powered laser sinters 2D slices of the desired object, slowly building up to a finished 3D titanium part. I'm going to look up what the word sinter means now.
Wow.
It sounds
a
like-
hard siliceous or calcareous deposit precipitated from mineral springs.
Well,
Or
yeah.
solid material which has been sintered, especially a mixture of iron ore and other materials.
So I think
prepared
it's
for
having a
smelting.
powder and having the heating a powder to it to like
Right.
turn it into a liquid, and then that it dries as a solid, right?
Fascinating.
So it's I guess it's I've seen it be used in some of the new mobile phones because there's this guy who shreds them, and there's a bit of like I think they're starting to use it in like titanium to do like some of the layers. It's clever stuff. I guess that's where you'll see it at the cutting edge of the money. Whatever makes
Indeed.
you be careful, PFAX. They're going to snap you up and plug you into the AI bots to use you
Your
as
good ideas, yeah.
your creativity.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
Well, I didn't
just
come
worried.
up with titanium.
We've
3D
enslaved this
printing.
man to hopefully use him for a little bit of AI here and there under our own creative guidance, and our whole dev team is behind us.
We got a new music generation tool. It's called PFAX
We've taken
AI.
all his clothes off, we've put him in a tank, and we've hooked him up to tubes. The whole dev team is behind it. It's no problem. He's got tubes going into every hole in his body.
Good God. Do they come
It's
out
just-
again as well, or just in?
No, they just go in. They just go in so they can suck out all the ideas and the
God.
other fluids as well. It's like
They can get the
wasteful
ideas out on
fluids.
Wi-Fi
Yeah.
probably.
I think they could get the ideas out with one tube that goes up my arse, because that's where I talk and think mostly
right.
shooting out of my
Just
arse.
free flowing creativity through the tube.
Just like a human centipede
big
of
enema.
ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Truro
it is-
City.
Yeah.
How many people live there? Like 20,000?
No,
I don't
it's
think it's very many
89,000 people.
in Truro.
No, I'm only kidding. It's probably like 10,000.
Who is the
Truro
mayor?
is not
Who
many.
is
I
the
think I went
mayor of
down there.
Truro?
It's a tiny place.
So Truro, I reckon the population of Truro is about 15,000. I could be wrong.
Do they
Let's
have a
look.
mayor? Do you need a mayor for 15,000 people?
Truro,
23,000. There you go.
23,000.
Right.
Not many. Very-
Maybe you-
very
maybe you
cheeky.
are
It's
in
like a
mayor.
neighborhood. It's like a neighborhood.
Maybe you are in
So,
mayor territory at that point.
Truro's nice. I've been there. I went to university in Plymouth, and so I know Devon and Cornwall. We traveled all over there in our spare time.
Right.
Got friends that live down there, go on holidays down there. West Country's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's God's ankle.
Yeah.
Speaking of God, my theory theory on the origin of the Marilyn Manson / other celebrities rib removal rumor.
The origin of
Okay.
This is from Liam with a lovely alliterative rib removal rumor. Hello, Piran and associated members of Triforce. That's you guys.
Yes.
Hi.
I'm from New Zealand. Not relevant. I thought I would bait you into attempting the accent. It's a bit tricky. I've always had a
New
weird
Zealand?
theory. It is a bit tricky. On the origin of the high school rumor that Marilyn Manson had a rib removed to suck his own dick.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
you touched
classic.
on was the fact that different generations believed other celebrities,
Correct.
Mark Bolan, Prince, etc.
Michael Jackson.
Indeed. My theory is that this rumor goes all the way back to the creation of life.
Right.
Genesis 2:21 to 22.
Right.
And the
No.
Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib, which the Lord
And
God
thus-
had taken from man, made he a woman
Moses
and brought her unto
split
the
his
man.
rib cage
Holy shit.
to remove excess ribs.
And lo, Moses was able to nosh off his hog.
So
and the
Adam,
Lord looked and said, "This is good."
so Adam was able to give him. Wasn't it a
No,
problem
allow
originally?
Liam
that-
to finish.
okay.
Right.
Now, I am no biblical scholar, or even believer for that matter,
Right.
but we could speculate that at some point Eve may have performed the act of fellatio on Adam, in which case Adam had his rib removed, so he, his rib, could suck him off. Over time, this rumor was possibly attributed around various celebrities of the day, cave artists, gladiators, Oscar Wilde, etc. Or more likely
Oscar
just started
Wilde.
with the rock stars of the 50s and 60s, but I always found the similarities between the rumor and the story of Adam and Eve uncanny. And
Right.
even weirder, I seem to be the only person who's ever thought of this. Liam, good luck with your finals exams that I know you're studying for. And thank you for a fantastic email. Lots to think
Liam,
of.
that Bible study session we just had was the most fun I've ever had.
Man, I wonder who the first person ever to suck someone off was. Like, it must have been really weird. How do you
at some point-
develop the notion to do such a thing? You know, like it just feels like, I don't know. So it's an odd one to think about.
Yeah.
You're sitting
is
there and you're
odd.
just like, man, I'm bored. Maybe I can suck that thing. Like it just seems weird. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe just,
I mean,
you know.
there is essentially, given that human beings at some point, although obviously maybe our ancestors, maybe those species also sucked each other off. I mean, geez, there's not much to do all
I don't
day.
know. Does the rest of the animal kingdom suck each other off? I think it's not.
Monkeys jack off all the time, so I'm assuming that
Yeah, but do
they're
they?
up to all
But
sorts.
do they suck each other off though?
I don't know. Maybe if you put a little bit of banana down there, you know, rub some banana on it.
Sweeten the deal a bit.
This is how you get the girls to suck you off.
I see. So it's like the dick in the box classic
Yeah.
popcorn trick.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a classic of the chimp world, the monkey world. You put a bit of banana down there and bingo bango.
I love that the email kind of insinuated that Eve was sucking Adam off, like in the Garden
I
of
think
Eden.
that some people really like it. So you know, maybe it's like a thing. Like you know,
Wait. Some people really like it. What
Some
does that
people
mean?
really like it. Yeah.
No. What are you talking about?
Let's move on.
Some people
Are you
really like
saying
the
that
thought of
some
Adam
people
and Eve.
really like getting blowjobs? Are you saying that some people really like giving blowjobs?
Yeah.
Or are you saying that some people really like thinking
Look,
of Adam
some
and Eve?
people, I don't
giving
know
each
why I'm
other
mentioning
oral sex?
Quentin Tarantino again, are
He
born
loves
with a
feet.
desire to put feet in their mouth.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
yes.
likes feet.
And some
I
people
have known some girls who fucking loved giving blowjobs. Sadly, none of them gave
Are
me any
married to you.
blowjobs or married to me, but they loved giving them and they're like
Right.
open about it. They fucking love it. I was like,
Exactly.
damn.
So I think that when the first one of them, or it might be a man, was born, who loves putting cocks in their mouth.
Yeah.
That was when it started. Question answered.
Right.
Next.
Hey, listen. A
Who
little
was the
request.
first one
If
though? Because like you
are-
know, like the inventor of the toilet was John Crapper, and
right.
you know the inventor of the telephone was Alexander Graham Bell.
So you're
and
saying it was
yeah,
like Michael
a thing.
Suckoff or something?
No,
Well, I'm
it was
just wondering.
Jenny Garden Hose.
But all of these things were invented by men because
Yeah.
they stole the credit back then. So
Right.
this would probably be, you
When
know,
some
it-
bloke is claiming the idea of blowjobs, he's invented
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Behind every great man, there's a great woman sucking him off, is what you're saying.
If it was more. I guess it would be more of a reach around if she was behind me.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
Well,
All right, this is although some lads can put their knob like at mad angles.
what do you mean? Like
saying,
Buffalo
like-
Bill when he tucks
Can we
it,
just
when he does the
Can we
tuck.
just enjoy that
Would you fuck
sentence?
me?
Some lads can put their knobs at mad angles. I just love that sentence.
It's true.
Some lads can put their knobs at mad angles. That sounds like a great band name.
I have seen it.
Or the
It's
name of
true.
an
I'm
album.
just saying, like for me, it's not that flexible. Once it's up,
Once it's up.
it's pretty
I always
monodirectional.
thought that it would really hurt if you had to do like a full sprint run whilst fully erect. You know?
I'm sure
I
you
think
tuck
that
it
would-
into the waistband of your undies. What I'm saying
No,
is some
you're
lads-
okay. You're fully naked
With a
you're,
full lob
You're
on,
fully erect,
pointing
and you
at
have
all
to
angles.
sprint run. I think that would.
I'm sure,
I-
yes, of course.
I mean, I always heard there was like you could have some surgery to cut like a muscle somewhere that would allow it to go at any angle.
Oh,
'cause those
really?
ones that go at like go
Like
super.
they're putting it straight down,
Straight
or like
down.
practically between their legs, like still, doing the business. I'm like, how are you doing
Like a
that? Like it
plunger.
would snap off.
They're doing
I
a
think it's
plunger.
artificial.
You bend it too much.
Those
it's
people
like,
are real. They're like circus performers. They're like
Yeah,
freaks.
I think they are. Speaking of freaks, this is from Cooper, whose aunt Pia Miranda is a winner. Sorry, Miranda is a winner of the Australian Survivor TV show.
Oh, cool.
Apparently, Sips is a big fan. If you have any questions, ask them.
Yeah,
Fire 'em off.
I'm not a huge Survivor fan as such. I watched the English one, the British one that was out, and enjoyed it and was hoping for more. But I've never really watched any of the American series or any other ones. But I did like it, and I would be interested in watching more. But yeah, I don't know.
That's not what they've asked. They don't ask if you want to watch it. They want to ask if you've got any questions.
Any
for the person
production
who won it.
questions, like, yes, you can ask questions about what it was like winning it, or, what was this happened behind the scenes, or that, and the other. If you don't have any questions, we'll just move on.
I don't really have any. It's like I'm more into traders. I would have production questions about the traders.
Okay.
More so
I like
than
that.
than Survivor.
Okay.
Interesting.
Sorry.
I apologize
There
for that.
We
one.
haven't watched the Australian one.
No,
either,
I
so
haven't
we'll
seen
get
the
on it.
Sorry.
We'll get on
Australian
it.
one.
We'll get on it.
But
You've got a reason to watch it
congratulations,
now,
your
Sid.
mum winning though. That's crazy.
Aunt. I think.
Aunt,
yeah,
sorry.
look, hey, thanks for the email.
Yeah.
Sorry we don't have any follow-up questions. Best of luck to you.
That just happens. Before we continue, time is running out for gifts this Christmas. And if you're looking for ideas, there's a great one you should check out. Aura Frames. It's a digital photo frame. I have got one for my parents and for my brother. We got one in the office and they are fantastic. They work brilliantly. You just download the Aura app, connect to Wi-Fi. You can preload it with photos before giving it as a gift, and it can be personalized. It's easy to share photos and videos straight from your phone all year round, and there's a gift box included. So check it out. I love using my Aura frame. I uploaded some pictures to my parents' one just yesterday and got a nice text back, so I recommend it. And for a limited time, you can save on this perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver Mat frames by using promo code TRIFORCE at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code TRIFORCE. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and the frames sell out fast. So order yours now to get it in time for the holiday. You can support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Do you remember the good old days before Microsoft Word had autosave? Yeah, you'd type out an important report and then your computer would freeze and you'd lose hours of work just because you forgot to hit save. Well, that's what it's like going online without ExpressVPN. Every time you connect to an unencrypted network, your online data is not secure. Other people, hackers, can gain access to and steal that data and use it in your place. Hackers can make up to $1,000 per person selling personal info on the dark web. But ExpressVPN is great. I use it. It's now at its lowest price ever, with plans starting at just $3.49 a month. That's 12 cents a day. But it would take a hacker with a supercomputer 1 billion years to get past the encryption. I use it. We recommend it. You can check it out and secure your online data today by visiting expressvpn.com/Triforce. That's expressvpn.com/Triforce to find out how you can get up to 4 extra months. expressvpn.com/Triforce.
All right, this one's from Marley, who asks me why I don't like Strongbow. I'm an American. My stepdad is Welsh. We went to Wales to see his family, stopped by at a pub, and he ordered a pint for me, and it was Strongbow.
Right.
Listen, Marley, Strongbow is the pits. It's the worst. It is the worst of the ciders. It is lacking in flavor, depth of flavor. It's incredibly acidic. And it'll fuck you up. It'll fuck you up.
It sounds like it's fucking you up right now.
Just thinking about it, just bringing out.
I think it's almost
in my throat. I can barely breathe.
The cheapest mass-produced one, and it's a bit bitter as well.
Yeah, it's bitter, acidic piss compared to the masterpiece.
I would drink it if there was
gold.
nothing else, though. Like it doesn't.
I wouldn't.
All right.
Even if I was going to die of thirst, I wouldn't drink a fucking.
I honestly
Strongbow.
think Strongbow has done cider a disservice.
Yes,
Do you
it
know what I mean?
has. Yes,
I think it's made people less likely to drink cider. It's dry. I think that is what it's about. And it's supposed to be, and some people like that, but. It's gotten to be way more popular than it should have been. I think
it's just it's so accessible. That's why
it's like a
You can
porter
get
or
it
a stout or something. It's like
everywhere.
a specific kind of.
Yeah.
Not everyone likes drinking like those kind of weird beers.
Yeah,
and that's why lager's more popular. Do you know what I mean? But I think cider is supposed to be the lager. Strongbow is like the lager of ciders, but it's
like
not.
the Labatt's Blue of cider. You know, like it is very very run of the mill mainstream cider. There are better alternatives, but I mean
there's a lot of shit
that's for
cider,
everything.
to be honest.
That goes the same for everything. But having said that, there will be some people who just like that, and that's fine too. You know,
no, they're scum. It's not fine.
it's not
All right,
fine
let's
for
move
Flax. Flax doesn't like that.
Look, I
Indeed.
think people get it's the same thing with tea. Everyone's got their tea take.
I used
right?
to be a Fair Trade 99 co-op tea drinker, and now I'm a Yorkshire tea drinker, and I'm never going to look back because I prefer
I think
the
it
flavor.
might be fun. I bet you they've got
It's got a nicer flavor.
Fucking 20 different flavors of Strongbow, and I reckon if we did like a taste test here in the office over Jingle Jam, you wouldn't be able to tell the fucking difference. I reckon.
Absolutely would.
Okay,
if
we'll
you
do
got
it.
me a Strongbow and a Thatcher's and got me to taste the one and say which
What
is
about
Strongbow?
What about the
I'm gonna do
Pepsi
it.
challenge?
Could you? I'm going to prepare it.
Can you
Which
tell
one do you want to do? Sid?
Can you tell the difference between Pepsi and Coke?
Yeah.
I can as well. I've drunk so much Coke in my life. I don't drink it anymore, but like at one point I was drinking so many Cokes per day. I can definitely tell the
Coke
difference.
Classic, like the
Coke
actual
Classic,
Coke.
yeah.
None of the other shit. I'm saying the actual fucking Coke.
Coke Classic.
There is nothing else that tastes like it.
Yeah,
we're going to do a
it's true.
Strongbow versus Thatcher's taste test.
Easiest
and I'm
challenge
If you
of my
drink a
life.
load of cider, you'd be able to ace that one, no problem.
Okay, good. No, I'm excited. Let's
Cool.
just do
This
it.
is from Harry. This is a flame email directed at me. I want to have a fucking word with you, Harry. He says, listening to Mailbag 50 where Pyrian got mad at Lewis and Sips for not caring about my AFC Bournemouth story. Just wanted to say, they were right for not caring. Comparing Leicester's Premier League title win to Bournemouth getting to the Premier League is nonsensical to say the least. Well, Harry,
dear.
you're incorrect.
Careful. You don't want to step on
You're
P-Flex's
going to
foot.
First
awaken
of
the
all-
beast here, Harry.
First of all, I will grant you that Leicester City winning the Premier League was one of the great football achievements and genuinely incredible and shocking in its time. Let us not forget that the other teams in the league that year that were in the running to win the Premier League were all absolute shit, and the only team they had to beat out at the end was Spurs, who were always going to blow it. So congratulations, Leicester. You had a great season. You absolutely won the title. You absolutely deserved to win it. But it's not like the other teams are. It's not like you were having to see off Arsenal and Man U. They were all in the doldrums. They were playing like wank. And Man City, terrible that season. Go look at the table. Look at the results. Bournemouth started the bottom of League Two on -17. We had no money. We weren't allowed to sign any players. We had to get some loanies and free transfers. We were fucked. And an ex-player of ours who'd never coached, retired from the game, came in as a manager, led us up the league to the Premier League, and we currently sit 5th in the table. So yes, it is an achievement, and no one talks about it, and I'm sick to death of every article talking about Man U stumble. No, Bournemouth beat Man U is the headline, but no, we're the ignored club of the Premier League, and it's a disgrace.
You've set him off. You've set him off. Listen,
Well done, Harry.
I think the thing shocked everyone was that if you had to like name, I don't know, 20 British towns and cities, Leicester is like the most forgettable place. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing interesting about
It's
Leicester.
a fucking dump.
Well, I mean, you can say that about quite a few towns
You can.
as well. And so,
Oh, dare you go see Leicester St Albans, lovely. It's good. There's a bit of grass on the outside, and there's a couple of roads, and there's even a Wilkinson's. Fuck off.
you're very vicious when it comes to football, aren't you, P-Flex?
I think it's in the nature of football supporters. It's a tribal thing. Yeah.
All right, got an email for you, Lulu. This is from Katie.
Is it a flame?
It is not. It's an apology. Wanted to write in to apologise to Lewis. I'm a volunteer and qualified train guard with Bristol Harbour Railway.
Nice.
A preserved heritage railway running in Bristol city centre.
Okay.
Yesterday, Sunday the 26th of October, I was on the platform outside M Shed, making sure no one wandered down into the fenced-off area. It's full of oil, grease, and other debris from the steam locomotive. It's slippery and dirty.
I remember this incident.
Whilst I was there, you'll love this bit, a young man started walking into the platform and I had to shout to him to walk around the other way. It wasn't until he looked my way I realised it was Lewis. Maybe it was just because he was mid-flow, but I was worried I'd annoyed him. This is never my intention when dealing with the public. I just need to be assertive to keep people safe. I wanted to immediately quell the tension by proclaiming, I am Dave, ! Yognaut, and I have the balls, which is something that people say all the time in their emails, and I generally just skip over the email because I still don't understand what that means, but decided against it being in a professional environment and all that. Even though I missed my chance, it was nice to tell my colleagues I'd seen the famous Lewis Brindley, albeit in less favourable circumstances, and generally apologises for shouting at you, and if you want, come on by and you can have a ride on me, says Katie. Brackets, a train ride, that is, not a ride literally on me.
Thank you for
can you explain this?
That
I am
distinction.
Dave, ! Yognaut, and I have the balls, because I have seen this
It's like
so
the
many
tiny
times.
penis thing, but it's for Simon and Lewis's Yogpod podcast way back.
I see.
But
what is I am Dave?
It was just a way of letting other people know that you listen to the same thing that they listen to.
Yeah. I am Dave, ! Yognaut, and I have the balls. It's like
that's what gets me.
It's
if
like
it said, I am Dave Yognaut, comma, and I have the balls, but it's like, I am Dave Yognaut, and I have the balls, and I don't understand that. It doesn't scan in my brain.
I think you have to listen to the podcast from 15 years ago to understand that.
I'm too busy.
It's too, exactly, and I wouldn't even know. I'm a different person.
He's changed a lot.
I used to enjoy weekly Netflix releases.
Now he's a binger. He's a big binger
now. He's a binger like the rest of us. Lying there in his bed, his little stomach growing.
He's like Jabba the Hutt in his bed.
Older.
More shows! I need some more shows to watch.
His partner is actually Salacious B. Crumb, that little creature in there.
More shows! Stop laughing.
I'm going to convert one of my other bedrooms into a ritual chamber.
I want to watch the entire box set of The Sopranos in bedroom number 4 right now.
There is a lovely heritage railway that runs up and down the harbour in Bristol, and it's a little bit kind of. I wonder if I've been thinking about this.
Is there a trestle bridge?
Electric cars are going to cause more accidents because people don't hear them coming.
Trestle bridge?
What do you want?
Is there a trestle bridge on the line? I find most heritage lines have some sort of trestle bridge. You know, like.
I don't know, and if there is, it's probably a huge expense to keep it fixed. What?
Well, I needed an answer. That's what I feel like I'm like my 4-year-old daughter right now. Dad, I'm fucking talking right now. Dad,
I'm trying to park the car. Let me concentrate.
Fuck. So no, I did remember that moment, and I think the thing is, I do see that train pootling up and down the line, and I always wonder, what's the stopping speed on it? Because there's just people milling, right? There's kids running, there's people milling. It's not that loud when it's going along.
Yeah.
You know, and if you got your headphones in, I just wonder how many people are electric cars killing more pedestrians, or are they?
They thought at one point that they were, but now if you notice, most electric cars make these futuristic sounds. You know, they sound like they're like whoop 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 whoop, and when they're reversing and stuff, they make noise, and that's because the very first electric cars were so silent that people were getting hit by them. You had no heads up that a car was coming. You know, you you
rely on all the senses.
You can hear all these noises of a car. You know,
even taste
minutes before that the car is even in view.
Ooh, this oil is fresh.
So now electric cars have these sort of artificial sounds that they make just to give you a heads up.
They go.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, for
So
Jim
you know.
Carrey, Dumb and Dumber. That's all you hear coming around the corner.
Simon's joined us, everyone. Say hi.
Hello,
Simon.
it's me, the Diggy Hole Man.
This is actually
now
very
you can ask
timely.
your question, Flax, about the balls.
I have a question for you. So,
Okay, go ahead.
I get people emailing in quite often, Simon, and they say, "I am Dave!" Yognort, and I have the balls. Can you explain the origin of this, please?
No,
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. This was so long ago. It's the same RSS feed as this podcast is on.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the days before the Triforce, there was the Yog pod,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know why the exclamation mark. Who fucking knows? This is like almost 20 years ago.
Yeah,
It's a long time.
Who gives a shit?
True. Well,
True.
None of this is going out, right?
No.
Oh no, it
you're
is.
fine.
This is 100% going out. Yeah.
What?
Well,
Huh?
you know.
Huh?
Hmm? Are you looking forward to Jingle Jam?
Yep. Looking forward to I've got some writing to do for it, and the important videos list. I've got to compile that.
Oh
I don't think
God,
you're
yeah.
allowed this year to do
Can
that.
you?
I got some actual good video. It was kind of a bit depressive and weird last year, but this year there's bangers. There's a guy fingering a bagel and then licking
Very
cream
good.
off of it.
Oh, wow.
Very good.
Look, can we
Yeah.
just look? The Sarah TikTok thing is what upsets me every year because I watch it and I feel so disconnected from whatever reality she lives in. That her selection of
Yeah.
TikToks and stuff. I want you to come down harder on that shit because you're like,
I'm expecting
you're
all
the
of Sarah's
audience's
TikToks
voice.
are going to be 6-7 memes.
Right. I want you to really go in hard this year, Simon, because you're like my avatar when I watch that stream. I'm like channeling my energy into you to have a real go at Sarah when she posts this shit. So please, I want some curse words.
We'll make sure that we'll have a remote connection to her as we usually do, and then
Thank
bother
you.
her and get her to explain herself.
Thank you so much. I need that.
Because that's always cringe,
Yeah.
trying to explain a joke, but also it's someone else's joke.
Yeah, but also some of it is so baffling. If it's not translated into English, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And she's killing herself laughing. I'm like, no, you've got to tell me why this is funny. I don't even understand it.
I still don't quite know that I got the chimney falling Jimmy Fallon thing.
God, it's just so weird.
I think I made that up as that was the joke, and it was completely unrelated.
God.
But
There was one
who
about
fucking
Costco
knows?
as well. Something about going to Costco. I remember that from either last year
You're
or
gonna
the
get a
year
hot
before.
dog, the Costco hot dog.
I don't even know. So
Simon,
weird.
can
And
I
go to
quickly
Costco.
ask you a question before you go about your thoughts on World of Warcraft player housing in the year 2025? And are you going to partake?
World of Warcraft. When did I last play World of Warcraft? 7-8 years ago? I don't know.
I feel like
been so
I feel
long.
like this could tempt you back. Don't you want to have your own
Well,
house?
Google Battle for Azeroth, because I think
That's
that was
the
the
last
last
time
one
you
I
played.
played.
All right, okay.
Wow.
When was that?
Oh, that was a long time ago.
That was 7 years
it was,
ago.
yeah.
So
So you missed like 3 expansions, pretty much.
yeah. So I don't really care that much.
All right.
I'm having.
I just wanted to
I
check.
had fun playing Kenshi
Okay.
the other night,
Oh, nice. Okay.
but something was wrong because I think playing it was drawing so much power. My PC was using so much energy to play Kenshi
Right.
that the power went off not once but twice.
What the hell?
It tripped the circuit breaker. Just playing this shitty little. Yeah, you ever play Kenshi? Samurai robots?
Yeah, that's good.
It's pretty good. Yeah. I started off being a slave in a cage.
Yes.
It's not a sex thing.
It's a difficult game. It's got a steep learning curve.
Yeah.
Are you past the steep part of the learning curve, or are you still
I don't know. I escaped.
right?
Oh,
But I
well
think there was a
done.
lot of luck because one of the guards bugged.
Right.
I escaped the quarry where we were forced to dig stone. And the guards caught up with me. There are a bunch of these bone dogs. Some of them attacked the bone dogs, and one guy battered me to the ground and then did first aid on me, went to pick me up, but then kept dropping me. and picking me up, dropping me over and over and over again. My character's in like a fucking coma, and eventually he just stopped attempting to carry me and just wandered off. So I escaped.
Nice.
That counts. An escape is an escape.
We were wondering where the first blowjob came from.
I'm sorry?
Where did the first blowjob?
Who invented the blowjob?
Who was the first?
I think it was Jesus.
Jesus
Yeah,
taught in his first sermon to the masses.
The guy wrote in, yeah.
Jesus, he was a carpenter, and one day he was polishing something, but he ran out of polish, and so he had to use saliva, and it was like this long. It was like
He was making a knob.
yeah, he was basically making a doorknob, and he had to like slobber down on it in order to polish it.
Yeah.
Right, well, thank you,
And
Simon.
he was like,
thank you for coming
"This would
in.
be so cool.
Thank you so
if,
much for this.
If a prostitute named the same name as my mother did this to me."
All right, well, it's good to have you on the
Yeah,
show.
thank you
Lewis
so much.
is pushing me out of the room.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you.
Bye, Simon.
Oh, man.
To have a little cameo from the old faithful, old reliable,
Old reliable.
good old Simon.
Well, we're not going to top that, so I guess we'll wrap it up.
We can wrap it up. And like Jesus did, not do.
Thanks so much for listening to
he
another
didn't-
mailbag,
He
Triforce
did invent
Mailbag.
the glory hole. Simon did mention he's a carpenter. He did invent the glory hole.
Is that true?
That is something that Jesus did invent, yeah.
Is that where but you could
he
see
was
God
always-
through it? Is that
He
the idea?
was always known for popping holes through bathroom walls. That was like his
Right.
thing. Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
him. Exactly. Yes, that one.
I didn't read that. Which one of the books of the Bible is that in?
It's in the Apocrypha.
Okay, it's in the appendixes.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
great.
Good stuff. Thank you.
You learn something new every day.
Indeed, you do.
Fascinating. All right. Well, we love you, and that was great. Thank you
Yeah,
for writing
that
in,
was-
everyone.
Thank you so
thank you
much
so
for the
much for all the
emails.
emails,
Love
and
it.
sorry to the guy about the survivor thing. I just didn't have any questions, you know?
Yeah.
Don't
he
feel bad.
asked and
I do
answered.
feel- I do
Do
feel
you have
bad.
any questions?
No,
I do not.
I don't.
End of. Yeah.
I wish I did, though.
Fantastic.
I feel bad, but
We should no, but we don't feel bad. We should. We delivered. You know.
Yeah,
I think it's
he asked if we had any questions. I passed on the information request. Your answer was in the negative. We move on. Next email.
yeah, no, I guess
Fantastic
that is
stuff.
how it works.
Just taking care of business. Yeah.
all right. Bye, everyone. We love you.
Keep them coming.
Thank you
We
so
love
much.
you.
Bye.
Goodbye. Oh, and ladies, get your jingles in. Ladies. Oh, ladies. Jingles. That'll get them fired
I
up.
think you got them.
Get
Yeah,
them fired
just
up.
get ready to be flooded.
Oh, ladies.
That'll have definitely done it.
Really
That'll light a fire
condescending
under
and
there.
sexist. Women,
Asses.
ladies, get some jingles. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.